Once again, I want to thank Don and Ed and my wonderful stage manager, Terry, for working so hard. I want to thank ESP Sound, Ray's Selects Foods, John and Ellie for doing such a great job today. Speaking of John Hall, let's bring him up again. How about it for John Hall, the man of the hour? He put this whole thing together, 28 years and counting, the 157th year of the fabulous Marshfield Fair.
Thank you, Holly. How about Holly Harris? The best MC in New England right here. And thank you again for coming up. Hate to be a pest coming up multiple times, but I just wanted to thank you so much for coming out. And I wanted to explain a little bit to you. Walter and I had a conversation on Facebook, and I guess he had some negative comments about helping people in their medical situations. Well, I'm a firm believer in nobody should be talking about politics or anything that's going to be controversial, but certainly helping others is not in those categories. We have always prided ourselves to be community conscious and to recognize people that have done wonderful work in the music industry, especially here around the greater Boston area. With that thought in mind, we picked a charity. It's called the Magical Moon Foundation. They're in Marshfield here, and they promote events. They have a farm for kids with cancer, and they do great work funding gifts for kids with cancer and other serious diseases. And Mal right here with the tip bucket is going to be going around if we could throw a couple of dollars in, because we're going to make that donation to the Magical Moon Foundation from the North River Blues Festival and all the people that attended. Is Sam handy? Is Sam Gentili. 7 years ago, he had a kidney replacement. He's a kidney recipient. The last two guitarists up here today are both transplant recipients. If they didn't have that, we would not be able to enjoy them this afternoon. We have New England Donor Services. We asked them to partake in this today to celebrate 10 years from Walter's operation in Nebraska. And if anybody wants to, we are urging you to sign up to be an organ donor. Marty Phillips had a heart transplant. I mean, I could pick out in the crowd so many people that are grateful for people that are stepping up to be organ donors. So I think I've said my part. Thank you, everybody, for coming. And it was a wonderful, wonderful festival. And you guys here, the vibe was so great. We'll see you back here next year. Thank you all.
John Hall puts this all together. A name to remember with the Room Entertainer, Mr. John Hall, and the Marshfield Fair. Oh my goodness. All right, so before we continue, I know you're ready for one final fabulous, fabulous band. All right, we're having him back. He's such a gift. He was here a few years back. People wanted to bring him back. He's on an exciting tour that includes Europe in the fall. He was just in upstate New York last night, and you can follow him down to the Cape to Truro tomorrow if you'd like to. This super talent has many tales to tell, but his message of personal repair and hope will prevail. He was a sideman with Big Mama Thornton and Canned Heat, an integral part of the late John Mayall's Blues Breakers, and John Lee Hooker, whose birthday would have been August 22nd, born in 1912. Numerous BMAs, Blues Blast Awards, Senna European Guitar Awards, and more. His latest release is Broken, which starts with the title track and ends with a tune entitled Falls Apart. The man, his talent, brains, humor, humility, is here to entertain us with this amazing band. Please give it up to the Walter Trout Band, the Fabulousness.
about that tonight? We are happy to be back here, right here at this beautiful gig in Marshfield. It's been a while, but I think it's about our 4th time being here, and we're always excited to get back here and see all of you. Now, I do want one more hand from my friend, the great Mr. Duke Robillard. Come on. So we're going to do some numbers tonight off our current album. The album is called Broken. And this is a song about trying to deal with some of the darkness in the world. And when I wrote this, I realized that what we need is courage. We all need some understanding. We need someone to care. And we don't want to be lonely. We all need somebody there. We need a little peace of mind. Believe it's gonna be alright. Find some meaning in the madness and just try to make it through the night. We need to light a candle. It only takes a spark. And we all need a little courage in the dark. Do you know what I mean? A little self-respect. It'll brighten up your day. And the trepidation seem to fade away. But that don't last forever. And like a seed, it starts to grow. And then it grabs a hold of you. And that's when your fear begins to show. Then it's easy to get shattered by one insensitive remark. And that's when we all need some courage in the dark. It's the fear of the unknown, baby. And it can grab a hold of you when you're all alone. And when we can't see what's before, and there's nothing in our sight, all all we can do is pray for just a single ray of light. We need to light a candle. You know it only takes a spark. And we all need a little courage, courage in the dark. Got to light a candle, baby. Only takes a spark. We all need some courage in the dark. Thank you. We're going to have fun tonight. But I got to ask you, anybody out there feel like rocking? I know it's a blues fest, but it's all right. You feel like rocking a little bit? I said, do you feel like rocking? Come on. I have been a criminal. I have been a clown. I've been a victim of desire. But only brought me down. Now I want to see the other side. But I don't want to go. You know I revel in emotion. They overwhelm me so. I want to love completely all the beauty that I see. I understand I got good and bad here inside of me. Now when I hear music, you know it cuts so deep. It lives inside me in my sweet dreams when I sleep. Brand to take a chance, no. We ain't gonna live forever. So tonight, baby, tonight I just wanna dance. I love to watch you move when you're dancing next to me. And you're smiling with your big blue eyes. That's where I wanna be. Lord, Lord, I've always looked at you blue, and I ain't afraid to take a chance. We ain't gonna live forever. Just tonight, baby. I wanna dance. No, no, no. No, no, no. Thank you. Well, I guess you did feel like rocking. Right now I gotta do a tribute song. Who remembers? No, not that. So I can stand there without. No, wrong way. Perfect. Thank you. Gonna do a little tribute now to the late great Mr. John Mayall. Who remembers John Mayall? I played with John Mayall for almost 7 years, and he was like a father to me. And he put up with a lot of craziness from me. And in his band, he gave me the chance to get sober, and I've been sober now for 37 years. But when I joined his band, I was a hopeless alcoholic and a drug addict, and he put up with so much craziness, and he nurtured me and supported me, and he became my father. He was my surrogate dad, and I miss him terribly, and I thank him for what he did for me in my life and my career and my music. And I'm going to do a song for him now. It's something I wrote a long time ago, but now it seems very fitting. For the memory of the genius, the great Mr. John Mayall, this is called Say Goodbye to the Blues. 1 and 2 and 3. Say goodbye to the blues. Say goodbye. Say goodbye to the blues. a road down ahead. There's a mystery awaiting us, and what it is, no one can tell. Now this verse here is for John Mayall. So play on, play the blues right through the darkest night. Play on, John, play on. Play the blues right through the darkest night. Because the road is finally taking you to a place where everything is gonna be alright. There's no more pain, no more sorrow for John. to a place where there ain't no more, no more, no more bad news. Thank you, and God bless John Mayall, huh? Now, I want to tell you that this next song comes to you courtesy of this incredible drummer, Mr. Michael Leisure. Would you give it up for him, please? And the reason I say that is this. We were recording this album, and we were in the studio, and I thought we were done. And I said, okay, guys, we got a brand new album. It sounds good. And actually, for us, this is album number 31. Yeah, we've been at it a while. But Mike said, wait a minute, Walter, didn't you used to play with John Lee Hooker? I said, yeah, I played with John Lee Hooker. And Mike said, well, John Lee Hooker invented the boogie. He was the boogie man. I said, yes, he was. He says, and then after that, didn't you play with Canned Heat? I said, yeah, I did 5 years with Canned Heat. I just don't remember any of it. He said, Canned Heat's a world-famous boogie band. So you've done 31 albums and you've never done a boogie. You know what? You're right. So 20 minutes later, we had a boogie, and it goes like this. Somebody, but it let you down now. And your heart is badly broken, destroyed and filled with doubt. Now you want to try to love again, but you're too scared to proceed. Be prepared for love, got to be prepared. Oh yeah, got to be prepared. Guess you just rather be lonely. No deposit, no return. One life is just a gamble. There ain't nothing guaranteed. Be prepared for love. You got to be prepared to believe. Look out. Oh yeah. Have mercy. Oh yeah. Some years ago, I made a record where I got this idea that I wanted to call up some friends of mine and say, why don't you come on in the studio and we'll jam and we'll record it, and if we get something good, we'll release it. If it comes out like poo-poo, we'll release it. I knew it wasn't going to come out bad because the people we had that showed up for that record, let me see if I can remember them. We had Kenny Wayne Shepherd. We had Warren Haynes. We had Joe Bonamassa. We had Sonny Landreth. Randy Bachman, Edgar Winter, John Mayall, Mike Zito, Charlie Musselwhite, Eric Gale, Joe Louis Walker, Barbara Streisand, Marilyn Manson, Charlie Manson, Barbara Billingsley, and Jerry Mathers as the Beaver. All right. But I'm going to bring up this young fella. You've seen him up here with us all night long. This is Mr. Brett Smith Daniels. And I want you to hear him play the guitar right now. We're going to do the title track of that album. It's a song we did with Joe Bonamassa, and it goes like this. We're all in this together. we're lost and alone, and it seems so hard to make it through. When we're lost and alone, it seems so hard to make it through. We may be lost in stolen weather. You know what Now, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to have some fun right now because we have a couple of friends with us here tonight. Yesterday, you heard the incredible band, the Delgado Brothers. Good friends of ours from Los Angeles, and their guitar player, the amazing Mr. Joey Delgado, is here with us tonight. I want him to come up and play a tune with us. And one of my best buddies out there, the great keyboard player, Mr. Anthony Geraci. Where are you, Anthony? I know you're out there somewhere. Here he comes. Now, as John Hall was telling you earlier, 10 years ago I had a liver transplant. And we're going to do a song that we recorded with Kenny Wayne Shepherd, okay? And when I told him the title of the song, he said, "What's this song about?" I said, "It's about things I used to do in my early years that caused me to have to get a liver transplant." It's called "It'll Feel Good for a Minute, Then It's Gonna Hurt Like Hell." And we're in the key of C. Key of C, we're gonna go boom, 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 boom. 1, 2, watch what you've been doing, baby. Oh, I believe you Well, here's a tune I wrote some years back. It's a title of an album we did sometime. We've done 31 albums, so I don't remember when we did this one, but it's about a house I lived in when I was a little kid in South Jersey. A little town in New Jersey called Laurel Springs, right next to Lindenwold in Stratford. Very famous little throbbing metropolises, huh? And in this house there was railroad tracks that went right by the house. And there was a lot of bad things happening in that house. There was violence and abuse. And really for we little kids that were in that house, there was terror. I wanted to escape, and I'd hear the trains every night, and I'd think, you know, I gotta just get out of here. I'll jump on a train and escape. But I was 10 years old, dude. I didn't have the courage to do that. But 60 years later, I wrote a tune about it. It sure Mr. T-Bear over here on the keyboard, huh? Now, he's from New York City. And when he was just a kid, he was playing in a piano bar in New York City, in Manhattan. And every night, Joe Pesci was coming in. You know Joe Pesci? You know the guy. Am I here to entertain you? And you think I'm funny? Is that the thing? That guy. He was coming in there every night. Turned out he loved the way Richard played the piano. So we want to hear him play some piano right now. I ain't gonna tell him. I want us all right now to help this man out. Something like this. Look at here, baby. Where you been gone, baby? For a long, long day. Lord, you been gone, baby. For a long, long day. Oh, yeah. And I prayed to the Lord, please don't take my love away. Go back home, baby. You know all I want is you, darling. Lord, you've been gone. You got to come home. 'Cause you know all I want is you, baby. You never find another boy who treat you the way that I used to. Sometime I get the blues, baby, wanna do this now. back. Okay, he's back. Sometimes I just feel like playing my guitar a little bit. I get the blues now. Richard T. Bear. Now, just before we do this next tune, there is a little rap I have to do. And John Hall told you that 10 years ago I had a liver transplant. Let me tell you a little bit about it. I had this disease called hepatitis C, and when I got sick, I got real sick, and they put me in the hospital. They laid me in the bed on my back, and I was there in that bed for 8 months. I lost 120 pounds. I developed severe brain damage. I lost the ability to speak. I didn't recognize my wife or our 3 beautiful children. I didn't have a bite of solid food for over half a year. And at the last minute, they gave me the liver transplant, and that saved my life. But then the work started because I had to relearn how to use my legs, and that took months and months of physical therapy. And I literally had to get speech therapy, and I had to learn how to speak again and speak English again, and I still get tongue-tied a lot. But the real bummer for me, I came home, I sat down on the couch, and my oldest son, John, walked in with this thing, handed it to me with a loving smile and said, "Here you go, Dad." And I realized at that moment that I didn't know what to do with this anymore because of the severe brain damage I had. It had been wiped clean from my memory. So I said to my wife, well, I guess I'll never play again, but at least I'll have some years of life with you and our kids. And she said, no, Walter, you were put here to play music. That's your calling. It's all you've done since you were 5 years old. So you just have to start over again. So I sat on the couch every day for 6 or 7 hours and worked on this for over a year, and the music came back. And that was now 10 years ago. I'm on 10 years of Bonus Life. And today, here at the Marshfield Fair, this is Donor Awareness Day, okay? That's what the theme of today is right here. It's donor awareness. So I'm here to say, I'm living proof of what a miracle it is, the organ donation. Because basically 10 years ago at this time, I was dead, man. I was gone. And here I am. Since I came back in 10 years, I've done 7 albums, 7 record albums. And I feel like a kid. They worked a miracle on me. So I'm here to say you have a chance to do something noble, something kind, something generous, something really beautiful for your fellow man, for your fellow Americans. Just sign up and be an organ donor, and you can save somebody's life, okay? Yeah. Now here's one called Red Sun. Sitting on top of the mountain, looking out over the sea. Sitting on top of the mountain, angels are talking to me. There ain't no rain for days now, clouds passing by. Ain't no rain for days now, river all run dry. There's a north wind blowing, red sun going down, cold north wind blowing. The answer ain't been found. I got an angel feather in my pocket, don't carry me away. I got an angel feather in my pocket, it's gonna take me to my grave. I'm going to give, the members are going to turn them loose up here, and I want you to make them feel good now. You just heard this gentleman over here, T-Bear. Let me tell you something about him. He's been out on the road in his musical life, recording records and touring the world with people like Crosby, Stills, and Nash, Carly Simon. He is actually, I'm going to tell it, he is the keyboard player on 5 albums by Kiss. They put him in the makeup and they decided he wasn't going to fit in the band. He's got a brand new album with him. I think he's got some tonight. Now let me tell you, 2 albums ago of his, he gave me the great privilege of trading guitar licks back and forth on the song with one of my idols. I was trading guitar licks back and forth with Mr. Stephen Stills on his record. This is Mr. Richard T. Bear. That's T-Bear. Now I get to this gentleman over here on my left. Originally, he comes out of a legendary 80s band from Los Angeles. Who remembers Oingo Boingo with Danny Elfman? But after he left that band, he continued recording and touring the world with so many people, I can't remember them all. I'll give you a few names. How about Neil Young? How about Steve Vai? Eric Johnson? Joe Satriani? Bob Dylan? But there's one name on his resume I love saying every night. Forget about Neil Young, forget about Bob Dylan, because I'm about to mention some very, very legendary American person to you. One night John was playing at Madison Square Garden, and a gentleman walked up wearing some Bermuda shorts and some flip-flops and said, "Would you guys be okay if I were to sit in with you and play the conga drums?" And they said, "Sure." So this fella here truthfully played at Madison Square Garden, and on the conga drums was the one and only, the legendary Mr. Walter Cronkite. And that's the way it was. Give it up for the iconic Mr. John Avila. Go ahead, John, play a while. on the guitar and the vocals all night, this is Mr. Brett Smith Daniels. Come on. Now I get to this gentleman back here on the drums. He's been with me now for 16 years, everybody. Playing with emotion and commitment and passion. Before he was with me, he was on the road touring and recording with the legendary Mr. Edgar Winter. Would you give it up for the awesome Mr. Michael Leisure on the drums? Come on.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for you to show some love to this man standing right here. My pleasure and honor to introduce the internationally famous guitarist, singer, songwriter, known the world over. Let's give it up for the one, the only Walter Trout!
Walter Trout and the Walter Trout Band. Oh my God, each of you, each and every one of you. Walter Trout, incredible, the whole band. John, LeBear, all of you. You guys, what do you think? Do you want to go home? No. They don't want to go home. They love you. One more for Walter Trout. Bring it on.
Now, for this grand finale, we are going to rock the place. And anybody who's back there sitting, if you feel like rocking out, come on up front for the grand finale. Let's go. Let's get it going here. Come on. Come on.
Ladies and gentlemen, Walter Trout. Walter Trout and his phenomenal band. 5 musical monsters up here. Walter Trout and his phenomenal band. Michael, LeBear, John, Brent, all these guys. How about it, Walter Trout? What a way to end this wonderful festival, 28th annual North River Blues Festival, the 157th. We close the fair, ladies and gentlemen. This is the last night. Thank you so much for coming. Thanks to ESP Sound for staying late tonight. Thanks to Sam Gentili, Rampage Trio, Chris Fitz, Roberta Morbioli, Chris Beard, Willie J. Laws Jr. Chris is still here. Walter Trout, Duke Roberlon, Sugar Ray, and all of you for making this possible. I'm Holly Harris. I host Spinning the Blues Saturday. I love you all. We're keeping the blues alive. Till next year, safe travels. We're ending with joy and inspiration. Joy and inspiration. Walter Trout, give it up one more time. Thank you for coming. Thank you so much, kids.